going on, guys? MDLP from the Battle Axe, the strongman gym in Miami, where strength is everything, bringing strength to the modern day Viking. Um, let's answer some questions from modern day Vikings and some sissy people that don't know anything anyway. Um, I was actually something came up with a friend of mine a few weeks ago about powerlifting and to avoid powerlifting due to back pain, which is a very real thing. It's not a sissy thing. Um, and how to approach lifting heavy when you already have either bad back issues, herniated discs, etc. First and foremost, I guess welcome to the world of lifting heavy. If you lift very heavy throughout time, a back injury is a very real possibility if not done correctly. And the biggest thing is really preventative medicine. But let's say you fucked it up already like I did. There's going to have to be a lot of tricks and trades that you do while lifting to avoid further injury. And try to keep things to yourself. And I'll tell you in a second why that's important. And I mean your training, etc. Unless you're like me who loves to film himself and constantly put it on blast on Instagram, hashtag thebattleaxe at thebattleaxegym. Just saying, whatever. Anyway. Well, obviously you're going to have to get yourself a powerlifting belt. And I don't mean these sissy Velios or whatever you get at Sports Authority. Look at insert.com. It's probably the best ones you can get. True powerlifting, 10 millimeters thick, big old aggressive leather belts to protect your back. And you hear a lot of people are using natural weight, or I go raw, I don't lift with a belt. That's probably because you've never lifted anything heavy in your life before, and or never been hurt. So you don't see value in wearing these things. But over time, when you're in the 85, 80 percentile range, a belt's going to be important. Also look at Reband. They sell a flexible belt. Looks kind of like a small little harness or a girdle or una faja, like we say in Spanish. It's flexible. It's very good. I wore it after I herniated my disc, and allows you to be more mobile, like on the stone or the log. And to wear that with a belt over is absolutely great for the back. And how to approach it? You're gonna have to rebuild yourself. You're gonna have to focus a little bit more on reps. Maybe 50-60% of a made-up 1 rep max that you might have had a while ago, and start building yourself up, building your base, and more than anything is building yourself up mentally. That bravery that you need to get back under the bar or to pull a bar off the ground. I know this from experience because I can pull off the blocks probably 600, 605, but you ask me to pull off the floor, and pulling 550 is like a scary situation in the sense that that's where I blew my back out, and I always tend to have back pains reaching that low due to just a worn out back. So once you start pulling off the floor, building yourself back up, here's an example. Let's say the deadlift is something that is causing you back pain. Mobility. Check your hamstring, check your booty cheeks. It's probably tight as shit. So you probably need to start getting some physical therapy, some foam rolling. Look up the Supple Leopard and all that stuff. Kelly Starrett, Donnie Thompson, Elliot Hulse has videos on this. Just loosening yourself up, even all the way down to your feet. Warm-ups, obviously you're going to have to spend more time warming up than lifting, actually. Once we get this situated, don't necessarily just start off the floor. Don't just go, okay, I'm going to do 225 off the floor. Start off a block pull, meaning stack up plates, stack up mats, or some platforms or blocks literally, and pull off maybe 4 or 5 inches off the ground so that you're pulling less distance and you can put more weight to build your body and joints back up to hold that stuff. Little by little, start dropping the bulk of the blocks down to a smaller, maybe a single plate, or do reverse band, or use chains, accommodating resistance. Tons of video on this stuff. I'll make some videos on block pulls maybe tomorrow. And just focus on building yourself back up, doing maybe 3 to 5 reps at maybe 70-75% of this kind of 1 rep max you have. And start building yourself back up. Don't just jump in there and be like, all right, I'm going to start getting the conjugate method. Back pains are going to go ahead and hurt. They're going to be there. You're going to have discomfort. Some days are going to be worse than others. But that's the name of the fucking game. And that's truly, your back's going to hurt from mowing the lawn. Your back's going to hurt if you stand up too long. So it's a very big reality for you. You're just going to have to kind of push through certain things and set yourself up by building yourself back up in that sense. Same thing with the squat. Start working on some box squats. So starting on reverse band. Use chain for speed. Don't have to go ass to grass just yet. Do some parallel. Use Olympic lifting shoes. Take some pressure off everything else. Loosen up the ankles. Um, Start getting yourself back up. Do mobility stretching, hanging from the bands. Look this stuff up because there's no reason why you can't be lifting heavy, no matter how bad your back is. Look at the pros. Tons of them have several herniated discs. I sat down with Derek Poundstone, who said he had some minor back pains, and then he told me he had cracked vertebrae, 4 herniated discs, and bulging discs, and literally my penis shrank into a small vagina because I thought my back pain was serious. So, I mean, but that's a guy who's pushing at the human limit, 550-pound stones. But it's a thing that you can work through it, even without medicine, even without steroids. It's very realistic. Your journey's going to be a little slower. So, hope that helps. I mean, I hope it builds a little bit of confidence. It gives you a game plan. I'm always open to questions about programming through this kind of stuff. And just build yourself back up. Think of it as a journey. You don't have to go necessarily and pull 400 pounds. And what I mean to keep things to yourself is because people always have something to say. Watch your back. You're going to get hurt. You should do heavier. Why are you wearing straps? Which is a great idea when you're going to save your back. Iron Mine straps or Sputnik? Whatever. One of those different kind of straps takes a lot of pressure off the biceps on the back. Or they're going to tell you, well, you got to pull this way. Tell people to shut the fuck up. You listen to your particular coach, you find a program that's working for you, and you start going with it and rebuild yourself. All right? So cheers. I hope that helps, because I think it will, because I just trimmed my mohawk, so I always feel like I do good information on these days. Cheers.